Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today is the day before the Advanced Warfare DLC drops, and I know you guys are just ever so concerned with Donuts playing Advanced Warfare again. For the first time since Black Ops 2, I have gone more than a week without playing the most recent Call of Duty, and that is a very sad thing for the Call of Duty developers. They have really dropped the ball. So what I have done is I have compiled a very short list of what Sledgehammer Games can do in order to win me back playing Advanced Warfare again, because I am that important. The first thing they can do is they could change, fix, patch, whatever, do something to the netcode, the latency, the lag issues, because if I lag in any game, that means all of my other problems are going to return to the lag. If I am not lagging and I die, I am more likely to say it was my bad aim or my bad decision or I was outsmarted. However, if I am lagging and I do make a bad decision and I do have terrible accuracy, I am more likely to blame it on the lag. Not to mention that it is probably the lag most of the time. If I do get around the corner and you don't tell me about it, then I cannot learn from that experience, and that is a very poor gaming experience. Now, Drifter released his video looking an in-depth look at the netcode, dedicated servers, matchmaking sort of issues there, and he confirmed what Oven Baked Muffin, or agreed with what Oven Baked Muffin came out with about a month ago at Christmas time. And that is that there is a base delay in Advanced Warfare of about, what was it, I think like 30 to 130 or like 70 milliseconds to 130 milliseconds. And that's just built into the game engine. That is, split screen LAN. That is the way the game interacts with its players. That's the way the players interact with each other. There is a baseline delay with that, which Drifter said he didn't agree with. He was really nice and professional about it. I'm going to say it's stupid. I'm going to say it's ridiculous and an idiotic thing to do. Now, I'm not a developer, that could be there to fix another issue in the game engine, which, that's, I guess, perfectly fine. But to me, from a gameplay standpoint, when you just add in a latency just for the fun of it, you are doing it on purpose to get the bad players an advantage every once in a while. That's what goes on in my brain. So that, I don't know if you can change that post-launch. I'm not sure if you can change that now with like a hotfix or a patch or anything. I hope you could. I really hope so, because that's the thing you need to do first. You need to make sure that I do not lag. What I see on my screen is what actually happens in game. And the next thing they can do, and it looks like they're going to do, is try to rebalance the guns a little bit. I will play Advanced Warfare because I am, in fact, an idiot, and I will try to use different guns. I'll try to use the MP11. I'll try to use the SN6. I love the SN6. I think the SN6 is my favorite weapon in this game, and it's so cute and adorable, and it reminds me of the MP9 with its recoil pattern. It's such a fun gun. But it does not matter how smart I play with it. It does not matter how good I am. It just matters that the other person is using an ASM1. So I think they're going to nerf that, which I think I'm okay with, as long as they don't do it too much. If you want my in-depth thoughts on how they should balance every other gun, please write down in the comment section below, because I would love to do that video. I love long-winded videos, as you guys probably know by now. But if you want to see kind of a summary of my thoughts, Exclusive Ace did this video a couple days ago on his way to balance the guns, and he did probably the best way I could imagine. As he was going through the list, I went through in my head what I would do, and they're basically the same thing he would do. So go check out that video if you want to see how to balance the weapons, because I think he did a very good job. He didn't really mention a whole bunch of shotguns or sniper rifles though, so Lynx needs to be a one-shot kill, so that's the way that needs to go. So weapon balance, it looks like they're gonna do it. Hopefully they do it to a grand scale like I want them to. Are they going to do it? Probably not. They're probably going to buff like 3 weapons, probably going to nerf 2 or something, so I don't know what they're going to do. I'm very, very not hopeful at this point, but anything can happen, so let's move on. the last thing they can do is add in a perk, add in something to allow me to hear footsteps. I've mentioned this before. I think footsteps add a skill level in a really weird way. Without having footsteps, you can allow everybody to run around the map, no strings attached, like chickens with their heads cut off, and have no punishment for that. That is not something that I want to reward in my perfect Call of Duty. I do want to make a video of that series, Building the Perfect Call of Duty, of exactly what I would do, but I think with Advanced Warfare, because we have that EXO mute button, that is a perfect little segue into having a perk like Amplify that allows me to hear footsteps. Now, in terms of how loud the footsteps would be, Call of Duty Ghosts probably was a little bit too loud. I was playing Ruins the other day and I could hear everybody around me, and it was to the point where it was almost useless. You know, it was almost okay, they're just everywhere. You know, I couldn't pinpoint exactly where they were they above me, below me, because they were just so loud with Amplify. What I would do, I would add an Amplify, and what that would do is it would eliminate teammate footsteps and exosuit movement sounds, whatever, because I think that is the most important thing, to be honest. If I didn't hear my teammates, but I kind of heard my enemies, that would be so much more beneficial than if I heard my enemies even louder. So then I would, you know, add probably, I don't know the exact like decibel level, but I would be able to hear enemy footsteps probably as well as I can hear teammates' footsteps now, because I feel like I can hear teammates' footsteps pretty well now. Maybe a little bit louder, but nothing too crazy, because there is a point where it's like, okay, I can hear you coming from across the map, and that's not so fun. So maybe Call of Duty Ghosts without Amplify, with Dead Silence. Like if I had Dead Silence on in Ghosts and the enemy did not, and I could hear them, that level is the way I want it to be. And I think that is a good volume for the footsteps. I think that would add a good amount of depth to the game, a good amount of skill to the game. I know what you guys are thinking. We have EXO mute. We can mute if we really need to. Having Amplify as a perk in this game is very devastating, because there's already so many necessary perks which I don't need to be fixed, because I'm willing to play a game with one class setup as long as I don't lag, I have good weapons, and I am rewarded for my own skill. And some of you may be thinking you don't want footsteps because you don't want like a pay-to-win kind of game where the people with better equipment do better than the people without equipment. Well, one, there's EXO mute, which is a perfectly fine and viable thing. And second of all, everybody has an iPhone. Everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has something that came with cheap $20, $15, $10 headphones. You go to GameStop and there's a $20, $30 adapter. That's all you need. That's all you need for any headset you could ever buy. It's not expensive. You don't need the $500 headset from Astros at T Martin and Drifter and everybody's advertising. You don't need that. I learned a sound whore with my stereo television set. I didn't even have headphones, and that was back in Modern Warfare 3, I guess, so that's not entirely fair. But then I used the cheapest headphones I can scrap up at Walmart for $10 that went inside my ear. It's not that expensive. It's not expensive at all. But I guess that's not necessarily fair to me for me to say, because I don't know your exact situation. But like I'm saying, if you are so into Call of Duty that you want to do well, I think I would be willing to pay at least $30 extra for every single game on my Xbox One to be able to listen to them with headphones in. And so that's it. And like I said before in this little rant, I am willing to put up with terrible kill streaks. I'm willing to put up with terrible teammates. I'm willing to put up with terrible perks and a terrible loadout system if what I'm seeing in-game happens on my screen and I have a good variety of weapons to use. I'm even willing to have a little bit of overpoweredness like we had in Ghost with the M27 and the Remington. You know, I'm willing to do that because I'm not lagging and I can personally use different weapons. So that's what they can do to win me back because I'm so important. So, the DLC drops, I have taken the day off work because I am indeed an idiot and I'm going to try to play. I'm going to try to give them the benefit of the doubt just in case it's like the most glorious update and I just can't get enough of it. I don't think that's going to happen, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion. What could Advanced Warfare do to get your vote back? What could it get you to get back to Advanced Warfare? Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like in the comment section below. Leave a like in the comment section below. That's good YouTube work right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a wonderful day.